Brave Synchron is topping in the OCG, and if you wanna hear the opinion of the pioneer of the deck, well, you're in the right place. Hey everybody, I am Donax, and I'm basically the one that created the whole Brave Synchron idea. And I will take a look at the lists that topped in the OCG with, again, this concept. But before doing that, I want to talk about briefly the TCG right now and why playing Brave at the moment is not a great idea. And that will explain also how they topped in the OCG, because they have a different format, of course. So, what does the Brave Synchron, Brave as an engine provide to you? First of all, you can play through hand traps very easily thanks to Wandering Griffin Rider. Then you can spam a lot of non-tuner bodies on the field. And third, you can break boards very easily. What's the problem here? The problem here is that Wandering Griffin Rider has to negate and destroy. And that is a problem because we're in a tier elements format. Like, if your opponent chains Havnis to one of your on-field effects, you just have to let it go through. You cannot let him fuse with Havnis, get a Kid Gallows and play on your turn. Your Griffin Rider is not preventing your opponents to hand trap you. Like, it's not doing it. Another example is if they chain Kalbeck, what you're gonna do? You're gonna negate and destroy the Kalbeck and allow them to mill 5? Of course not. You'd be a moron if you do that. Another problem is that the Brave engine plays into Kalbeck, because Faithful will make you discard one card before your Griffin touches the field. And that's a very big problem because your Griffin will never be able to negate anything. And third, Rukalos can negate your rights, and even if they don't negate, if they don't manage to get to Rukalos, they'll simply bounce your Brave token with Kleiderheart. So it's really not worth it to run the bricks at the moment with those restrictions in the TCG. With that being said, the OCG is completely different. First of all, they don't have Wandering River Riders. They are playing Illegal Knights, so the problem of negating Havnis doesn't even appear. But the point is that in the OCG, Maxi is a card and it's a free for some reason. You can just play Brave Control if they chain Maxi on you. For example, you have right, they chain Maxi, and you're like, cool, I will fucking pass. Your turn. And then you have your, of course you search of, of course you search the fucking, what's called, Illegal Knight before passing, but you play Illegal Knight Control and you have your hand traps, you have the bounce too for Illegal Knights, and that will be enough to survive to turn 3, and especially if you have your own Maxi, of course. And that's basically the idea about it. Other than that, it's really good at playing through hand traps because T elements cannot make Rukalos with the same ease they're doing now in the TCG. And yeah, the problem of Kalbeck is not really a problem because you can just chain Illegal Knights and play from there. And sure, they still get to bounce one card, but you're still putting them on have to interruptions, otherwise I'll go full combo, and we all know what speeder combos leads to. So enough with talking, now let's look at the list. The first one is right here, and it plays the Brave engine alongside the Super Heavy Samurai engine. And while the Super Heavy Samurai engine is very cool, I'm not sure if playing it with Brave is the right choice, because you add two more bricks, which is this one and this one, to your other bricks, which are this one, this, and these other two this guy is playing. But it's a very cool engine. Like, for those of you that don't know what this engine does, it's like this is a searcher for this, and this scales this one and special summon itself, and this kind of mask guy, and then you have a forward tuner and a level 1 non-tuner on the field, and whenever you synchro away this card, it goes back to your scale, and so you have full scales on top of a synchro 5. It's a very cool concept, but again, I'm not really sure it's the thing you want to do with the Brave engine and with the Synchron engine. Other than that, he's playing Snow, which I could agree with, and Smoke Grenade, which again I could agree with, especially because with Power Tool Braver Dragon, this guy right here, you can cheat Smoke Grenade out, and it's very nasty. Like, you can negate one of your own cards on your turn to look at your opponent's hand and discard one. That's so bullshit. I cannot believe this card is still legal in the OCG. But other than that, we have the Brave engine with Legal Knight, as we talked about. You still want to play a level 7. First of all, because of the illegal Knight control possibility you have. But other than that, you can just make Access Synchro Stardust Dragon with Jet Synchron, for example, and get back Jet, and it's very helpful to have a level 7 body on the field for free. And then you have this card. This card is so good. This card looks like it's been made for Brave Synchro pile, or even for Sword Soul, but I think in Brave it does even better. It's like basically whenever you control a non-effect monster, which the Brave token is, you can special summon this card from your hand, and then after you synchro summon, you don't need to synchro summon with this card. If this card is in your graveyard, and if you somehow had performed a synchro summon during that turn, you can generate another token. So it's really good. And the Lion is like Apple Dragon, but weaker, because you have to normal summon it. Granted, it's still a very good normal summon, and it's a very good discard fodder, but I don't know, I would fucking play another Apple Dragon. Like, it's so much better. Anyway, we have 2, 2, and 2 on the synchro names. I can agree with these ratios, especially because your Super Heavy Samurai engine is very large, so you cannot go on like 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, and you don't have any more slots for the rest of your deck. You have to play a 60 cards file, but I'm not sure that's the way to go. Elimination, Trail, and then Maxi, its counters, and 2 Double Warriors. And same philosophy with this. Okay, in the extra deck we have this Dispeller. This card is very good. This card allows you to have a double hand drip with Omega. Basically, this deck is a whole hand loop turbo, because you have Omega, this is another Omega, you have this one, Searching Smoke Grenade, and then you have Trishula too. So it's a hand drip for 4 plus a negate, and it's very nasty. Baron is Baron, and Chaos Ruler, they still have Chaos Ruler legal, which is so good, especially because now you have a soul, and you can Chaos Ruler, excavate a soul, and get a Baron or a Beast of Dispeller from there. Access Synchro Stardust Dragon, this card is amazing. I cannot wait to get this card in the TCG in March. Like, this card is so good, it does so much with the deck. Stardust Dragon, you can play it, you can even cut it, but I think playing it is fine since you have some space in the extra deck. Omega for another hand loop, Shooting Riser, it's the Dump Snow, Moonlight Dragon, Color Dragon, Hyper Liberian Speeder, Herald, and some Sarasarocate. This is basically Marshmallow Marcher in another shape. Like, that's about it. And that's it for this list. I will go back to this one later because there are some pieces that are missing, which are what are you doing? Why are you not playing those cards? Like, you should, you 100% should. But anyway, let's move on to the second list. The second list is this one. I like it a bit more. It's like more streamlined, but it does what it should do. Like, again, you have your Brave package, same Apple Dragon, All Ion. Now you're on 3-3 with Assault and Stardust, Elimination Trail, of course, and Jet Synchron. You have a 2. You have triple tuning, which again is like, why wouldn't you, right? With Assault and Jet and Stars being that synergistic with that. You have 3 Double Warriors and Rhoda, which you could cut it, but like, I'm not gonna bother too much with this. It's basically the 4th Double Warrior because it's the only warrior monster you're playing. Maxi, the counters, and a small cash tier engine. I mean, the cash tier engine is pretty decent, but I wouldn't play it. Like, if Fenrir were a 2, I would think about playing double Fenrir, that's it. But I would never play Unicorn and Paraísos, like, there's no need to. The extra deck is pretty similar. This guy is playing Shanshan instead of Braver Dragon, and he's playing Shaman because he has double, and the other guy for some reason didn't want to revive double. So there's one thing that is missing. Where the fuck is Axel Synchron? Why are you not playing that card? Especially this dude. Like, you have a whole Synchro 5 turbo engine and you're not playing Axel Synchron? Like, what are you doing? I mean, do you really not understand how strong it is to have a Synchron tuner extra deck monster that allows you to send Jet Synchron or Stardust Synchron for cost? Like, what? Why wouldn't you play that? Like, if they gave me $1,000,000 to explain to you why they're not playing Axel Synchron, I swear I wouldn't be able to do it. Like, why wouldn't you play Axel? And another piece that is really missing, especially from this list, is where the fuck is Overtake? Where the fuck is Synchron Overtake? Like, why aren't you playing it? It's a free Jet Synchron from the deck. Like, I get it, tuning is more versatile, but... And I guess you don't have a lot of normal summons, like your only normal summons are Olion, Stardust, and that's about it. But why wouldn't you? And another thing that is very disappointing not to see is the Souls package. Like, Souls is so good in Brave especially, and it happens to be level 1, which is the most versatile level you would like to have as an announcer. Like, you could cut Double Warrior to get space for Souls. Like, Souls is that important. Like, okay, they're not playing Axel, but there's a combo that searches Soul with Arclights. Like, that card is so important. You're not playing Veiler, which is a very good combo piece. Like, as I said, you can search Souls mid combo. Like, anyway, you should play one Veiler, at least one, but you should play 3 Veilers, especially since Elements is still the best deck right there, and you can negate their Diviner, you can negate their Dracossack. That there's a ton of stuff you can do with Veiler, and again, it's a combo piece. Like, why would you play it? And you're not playing Excel. Why are they not playing Excel? I'm so confused. I'm so confused. Anyway, those are just my ideas. I think in the OCG, in that format right now, you could do a lot better with this deck. And if you get away from stuff like that you really don't need, for example, this package and these cards, like, I mean, these cards are that are not the worst, of course, the least of the problems of their list. But why are you not playing Excel Synchron?
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again.